Ladies and gentlemen, Klay Immunity, welcome. Tap in. If you are watching this video, then that means you have just witnessed the Denver Nuggets go down, going up against the Golden State Warriors, and have fallen short of the next round, which means they have now entered their offseason early. Some people would call this a failure of a season because if you look at this team actually will have what is going to be the reigning MVP of the league that is potentially getting gentlemen swept from the NBA playoffs. So I want to step in and see if I can help fix this Denver Nuggets team. Let's not waste any more time. Let's jump right on into it. All right, so let's just jump in and take a look at the roster real quick. You have obviously what will be the reigning MVP in Nikola Jokic. He's on a 2-year deal, about $30 million per season. You got Jamal Murray that's on a $130 million contract for 4 years. Aaron Gordon getting paid bukus of money, darn near about $20 million per year. Michael Porter Jr. is on a cheaper contract. I do want to note, come next season, he's actually going to start getting paid close to about $30 million per year. Going down a little further, you got Monte Morris. He's a decent point guard. I like him, but I don't know if I'm in love with having him on my team. So I know for a fact that the Spurs are always looking to get rid of Dejounte Murray and Keldon Johnson. So I'm going to try to see if I can snag them on my rebuild. So I'm going to take Dejounte and Keldon. That's my point guard and my power forward. Doing another guy just for salary cap purposes. And I'm going to trade away Jamal Murray. I know this is very controversial for a lot of people. A lot of you guys really rock with Jamal Murray. I personally just don't think Jamal Murray is that dude on the amount of contract salary that he's getting paid. Killer is in this deal is I get Keldon Johnson, who will come either off the bench or be an immediate starter for me at a very cheap contract, might I add, getting paid at the moment $2-3 million per season. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that trigger. Let's see if they accept it on this end. They got it. Let's go. I'm going to attempt to see if I can pull off a huge heist. I want to see if I can get Chris Middleton from the Milwaukee Bucks. Doing another guy just to make it work player for player match because we're going to end up sending them 2 players as well. So I threw in Rajon Tucker. The other side, I want to get rid of Aaron Gordon and his contract along with Will Bart, who also is a bigger contract. I just don't think he's worth the money. I'm going to make this trade. I'm going to see if we can pull the trigger on it. And the Bucks agree. We got it. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to pull the trigger on this one. I got Derrick Rose, and I got 2 other bench pieces. I'm going to trade Zeke and JaMychal Green. Let's see if I can get D Rose, who's either going to be my day 1 starting point guard or shooting guard, or he's going to just come off the bench for me. So I'm going to see if they'll take that offer for the New York Knicks. And they do. The only thing that I don't know if I like is I don't know if I like Michael Porter at that power forward spot. I'm going to try to make a couple more moves. I'm going to send DeMarcus Cousins to New York as well. And I'm going to try to see if I can pick up Mitchell Robinson. It's basically a 1-for-1 trade. I'm going to add a 2nd round pick to kind of sweeten the deal up a little bit more. But at least with Robinson, I know either way, Cousins is leaving this next season. Robinson's leaving next season. But at least I know I can get more productivity from Mitchell Robinson. I'm going to lean this way. I'm going to offer this to the New York Knicks. Let me see if they end up taking this. And the New York Knicks accept. Now I have Dejounte Murray as my point, Chris Middleton as my 2, Keldon Johnson as my 3, Michael Porter Jr. as my 4, Nikola Jokic as my 5, and off the bench, you got Mitchell Robinson, you got Derrick Rose, you got Kendrick Nunn as my shooting guard, and then you also got Nashon Halen. Now we're going to go ahead and see if we can start this off. I'm going to go all the way to the at least the trade deadline and see if we can figure out what this looks like. Okay, let's look at this real quick. I need to look at this. I need to process what's going on right now, okay? So Nikola Jokic is leading the team with 22 points per game. You have Chris Middleton, Dejounte Murray, Michael Porter Jr., Keldon Johnson, and Derrick Rose all averaging double figures, which keep in mind, D Rose is coming off the bench. Mitchell Robinson and Nikola Jokic are leading our team in rebounding. Nikola is also leading our team in assists. Dejounte Murray and Nikola Jokic are both leading our teams in steals. Y'all, we're one of the best defenses in the league. We literally have the least amount of points averaged against us. I'm about to pull off steal of the game. I'm going to go for the 6'6" point guard and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And I want to add him, and I'm going to trade away Dejounte Murray, who's not bad. He's doing okay, but Shai is literally averaging double the amount of points that my PG right here is scoring. And if I got a big in Nikola Jokic that's getting basically 9 assists per game, I don't need anybody that's a point guard that can facilitate. I need somebody that could score. I got to give up my rookie in Nashon Highland, which is fine, but if I could add Shai to the mix, I think that might be a piece that we're missing. I'm going to pull the trigger on it. Let me see if it works. The Thunder have agreed. I still think I need a better 2 guard. If I get a better 2 guard, I can move Keldon to the bench. Keldon's an easy 12 and 7 guy off the bench. And then D Rose and Mitchell Robinson. I'll move Michael Porter Jr. I'll keep him at the 3. I'll move Chris Middleton to the 4. I think I'm going to go with this trade right here. I like it. I think Klay gives us some pieces that we need. I'm going to pull the trigger on it, man. Let me go ahead and see if this works. And we made the trade. Oh, Y'all, this is either going to be the best move ever or this is going to be the stupidest move ever. All right, so we've finished those trades. Let's see if we can get to the end of the season and see what things look like. I like the way this looks, man. We're currently number 2 in the entire league. Y'all, we have finished number 1 in the Western Conference. Okay, so here we are. We are officially at the NBA playoffs. Let's take a look at the bracket and see what we got going around. On the left side of the bracket, the Western Conference, you got us at the number 1 spot. We finished number 2 overall in the league, but number 1 in the Western Conference. Taking a look at the other spots, you got the Clippers going up against the Jazz, the Grizz going up against Dallas Mavericks, and the Pelicans in the number 2 spot. But in the play-in tournament, you got the Kings versus the Warriors, the Lakers versus the Suns. On the other side, the Eastern Conference side of the bracket, you got Atlanta going up against whoever comes out of the play-in tournament. You got Brooklyn and Boston. That's ironic. Milwaukee and Cleveland going down on the bottom side of that bracket, and then Philly and whoever else comes out of the play-in tournament. You got Miami in the play-in tournament against Pacers, and then you got the Bulls versus the Raptors. Let's simulate the play-in tournament and see who these matchups are going to be. Yo, we got to go up against the king himself, LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Y'all, I don't care what nobody says. This is a dangerous playoff team in a 7-game series. All right, here we go. So we're going to go ahead and jump into round number 1 where we're going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Let's see what this looks like. Game number 1 goes to the Nuggets. Game number 2 goes to the Nuggets. Game number 3 goes to the Lakers. Game number 4 to the Nuggets. Game number 5 to the Lakers. Uh-oh, hold on. Game number 6 to the Nuggets. We won. Okay. Let's see what happened in that matchup. So if you see what ended up happening here, Anthony Davis went for 19. LeBron James went for 15 points. Russell Westbrook had almost a triple-double with 32, 9, and 7. On the other side, look at this scoring. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 22 points. Nikola Jokic had 22, 20, and 17 points, bro. This man is a dog. This man is a whole dog. Derrick Rose got 22 points. Michael Porter Jr. with 21. Klay Thompson with 18. Keldon Johnson with 13, scoring all the way across the board. That's exactly how we want this to look. All right, so now that'll move us into round number 2 of our matchups where the Denver Nuggets will go up against the Los Angeles Clippers, which, what a sweet irony to play them in the Western Conference semifinals. You got the Pelicans versus the Mavs. You got the Hawks versus the Celtics. And you got the Philadelphia 76ers versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. All right, here we are with the Denver Nuggets going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. See what we got in this first round matchup. We're going to go through game number 1. That goes to the Clippers. Game number 2 goes to the Nuggets. Game number 3 goes to the Nuggets. Game number 4 goes to the Nuggets. Game number 5 goes to the Clippers. I'm going to get into game number 6. Oh, yeah, that's not even close. Clippers will lose in a 6-game series to the Denver Nuggets, who will advance to the next round, where the number 1 seeded Nuggets and the number 2 seeded Pelicans will face off against one another. All right, so just off the rip, check this out. The Denver Nuggets had a 40-point fourth quarter. Kawhi Leonard had 26, Paul George had 17, but it didn't matter because on the other side, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Nikola Jokic combining for 65 points together. They could not miss. Jokic with the 30, 12, and 17. Keldon Johnson had 16 points. Michael Porter Jr. with 14, and that'll advance the Nuggets on to the next round. All right, so here we are in the Western Conference Finals. I'm going to see what this looks like between these two teams. I think we have the right pieces in place, but if you take a look on the other side of the bracket, Boston is playing up against Philly in the Eastern Conference Finals. Winner of these two will face off in the NBA Finals, which I hope it can be us. Let's get a chance to match up against them, though. Let's see what this looks like. Game number 1 goes to Denver. Game number 2 goes to Denver. Game number 3 goes to Denver. Game number 4 goes to New Orleans. Game number 5 goes to Denver. We're in the NBA Finals. Hey, man, check this out. Nuggets with a 33-point fourth quarter. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had a 36-point, 6 rebound, and 12 assists. Klay had 25. Jokic had 23. This is why we didn't give them heavy defensive assignments. I needed Jokic, and I needed Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. D Rose off the bench had 19. Keldon Johnson had 14 off the bench. Zion had 29, but that's fine. We'll live with that 29. Jose Alvarado had 15. Brandon Ingram had 12, and CJ McCollum struggled, going 3 for 13 from the field. That's exactly what we wanted. We're going to see everybody in the NBA Finals. All right, now let's try to see if we can get into game number 1. It did it again. All right, here we are. Let's see game number 2. Let's see what this matchup looks like after a 1-0 series lead between us and the Sixers. I have to jump in. It's a 6-point game. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into game number 2. You have your Philadelphia 76ers with a 6-point lead right now on the Western Conference champions, the Denver Nuggets. Screen for James Harden. That dude is so tall, bro. I keep forgetting that. James Harden with the easy one-handed lay that now pushes the lead to an 8-point game. Keldon Johnson with the basketball. Tobias Harris with the rock as well. What a beautiful finish over him. That's Michael Porter Jr. Over to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Alexander Goes baseline to Jokic with the two-handed slam. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Embiid. Double team to a wide open Harden, who elects to drive to the bucket. And he gets the float game. That's going to be an easy 2-point shot. That's now going to push the lead back now to a 6-point game. The Nuggets need to stop if they're going to come out and steal this game in game number 2 and seal home court advantage. James Harden off the dribble has Jokic with the heavy contest. Harden with 41 points on the night. On the double team, Michael Porter Jr. with the steal over the middle. Keldon Johnson with the rock. Gets it to the corner to Alexander. That's a wide open 3. That's easy money. Pushes the lead to 5 points right here. Everybody in the crowd is on their feet cheering off the oop. And he makes it. Yo, I can't believe he got that off. Off the inbound, basketball goes to Gilgeous-Alexander, who runs off a Klay Thompson screen. Tries to see if he can get the flare going, cannot. Keldon Johnson, 45 seconds on the clock. They have to get a stop. Harris down to Embiid. Embiid on Jokic. Embiid making a few fancy moves, has nowhere to go. 4 seconds on the shot clock. He has to throw up a bad shot. Alexander with the rock, trying to get to the paint, can do no such thing. Get the spin move off, and he will miss that. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's game right there. Philly will leave this game having won and tied this series back up 1-all. All right, that's going to take us into game number 3. Let's see what this looks like for game number 3. And it looks like they will win game number 3. The Denver Nuggets will steal one on the road. Joel Embiid with 30 points, 13 boards. Oh my gosh, James Harden with 25 and 11. Maxey and Harris both had 16 and 12. But on the other side, Klay Thompson with 32 points. Nikola Jokic with 26, 16 and 9. Alexander with 22 and 7. Yeah, overall, I think it just came down to a couple of possessions that separated these two teams with each other. But at the end of the day, they ended up getting the victory, going up now with the 2-1 series lead. All right, let's jump on into game number 4 and see what we got. All right, we're jumped now into game number 4. James Harden will go ahead and throw that one up, but he will miss. Denver has a 5-point lead in this 4th game of the series. Let's see if they can close this out. Alexander with the basketball, trying to work a screen and roll game with Jokic. Fancy pass, almost ends up missing. Oh my gosh. Closing in on 1 minute left to go in. Oh my gosh, he picked it off. Going the other direction. One-handed slam will finish that 5-point game. They close that lead back down. Alexander with the rock on the road. Hostile environment here in Philly. Pick and roll game, easy with Jokic. That's a one-handed slam. James Harden will get that foul called on Klay Thompson, which is his 4th personal. That'll send James Harden to the free throw line for 2 shots. James Harden will make the first one, and James Harden will make the second one. Jokic gets it over to Thompson, to Porter Jr. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Oh my gosh, bro. The offense is silky smooth. All right, off the inbound, it is picked off by Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson going the other direction, cannot be stopped. That's all she wrote, bro. That's 9 points of a difference. That's going to be a contest that leads to an easy rebound, and they're just going to dribble this out. That's GG's, bro. Yep, the Nuggets will go up 3-1 in the series. All right, here we are, game number 5. Let's see what this looks like for this matchup. I'm curious to see if they can close this out. And the 76ers will take a convincing win on the road. They'll now push this to a game number 6, where the Nuggets still have a 3-2 series lead. Let's jump into game number 6 and see what this looks like. Let's jump in it. All right, here we are, game number 6. The Denver Nuggets are down 6. Oh my gosh, what a step back. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out for the game with he's fouled out. He cannot be back in this game right now. So Derrick Rose will take on the point guard responsibilities. Klay Thompson with the basketball. Over to D Rose with the open 3. Derrick Rose, man. Klay Thompson on James Harden. Oh my gosh, 39% covered, and he still finished it. 7-point game, 2.5 minutes left to go. Wow, the Sixers are taking all momentum and control right now. Rose down again to Jokic. Jokic met at the rim by Embiid. Embiid is having no part of this. Yo, they cannot miss. Embiid back to Harden. 4 seconds on the shot clock. And they finally missed their first shot after 2 straight minutes of nothing but buckets. Porter Jr. with the rock. Down to Klay Thompson. Klay with the step back. Easy shot, puts the lead back to 9. If they can't get stops, we're going into a game 7. Top of the key. Porter Jr. giving all the space in the world right now. Might get a defensive 3-second call, actually. Allows the shot to go off. Take it to the bucket. And 1. He gets the bucket. 7-point game. They're just eating clock at this point. Ball down to Harris. Harris with, oh my gosh, I've never seen somebody hit so many contested jump shots before. And the Nuggets will fall in game 6. All right, this is everybody's favorite words. If you're an NBA fan, you love this. Watch the words come up on the screen. Game 7. All right, here we are, game 7. 3 minutes left to go in this game. Philadelphia is down by 7 points. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to the paint with the emphatic one-handed slam. Do not sleep on this Sixers squad. They didn't make it to the finals off of sheer luck. They got a lot of talent on this unit. That's going to be a foul, and it's going to send in. Oh my gosh, Jokic just fouled out. Y'all, this just became a game. 3 timeouts and in the bonus. 2.5 minutes left. Can they hold out? Oh my gosh, he just got pickpocketed. What is going on right now? Ain't no way, dog. Ain't no way, dog. This was just a 7-point lead that's now brought down to a 3-point lead with 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go. Can Michael Porter Jr. Oh my gosh, he got it. They do not need to force these shots up. James Harden gets blocked in the paint, going the other way. 40 seconds. They take the personal foul. 5-point game. James Harden will now take his 3rd personal foul for the evening. They'll take the next personal foul. It's fine. Tobias Harris will get his 4th foul. He'll put Keldon Johnson on the free throw line. This is for the finals right here. Oh my gosh, he missed the first one. I can't watch. I can't watch. I can't watch. He'll make the second. All right, here we are off the inbound. Gets it down to Harden. Harden gets him in the dead zone, and that's going to be an easy 2-point shot. Porter Jr. will get fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. All right, here we go. Michael Porter Jr. with the first. If you miss both these free throws, let's see if Doc Rivers can call a play that'll get them an easy bucket. Off the inbound. Oh my gosh. No, sir, said Mitchell Robinson. It's going the other direction. Oh, LMB with his 4th. Keldon on the free throw line. He'll make the first one. That's a 6-point game. Oh my gosh, they missed another one. Oh my gosh. 2 possessions. And that's game. That's all she wrote. Ladies and gentlemen, the Denver Nuggets will be crowned your newest NBA champions. Derrick Rose gets a championship ring. Nikola Jokic gets a title. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander gets a ring. Klay Thompson gets another one. Y'all, we made the right moves at the right time. I'm so proud of my squad. They balled out. All it took was 1 season, and Denver trusted in me and in management to make the right moves and the right decisions, and your Denver Nuggets will be crowned NBA champions. Y'all enjoyed this video? Make sure you do me a massive favor. Please make sure you hit that like if you're new, drop a sub, put a comment down below, and let me know where you're from and who's your favorite basketball team. And if y'all wouldn't mind, don't forget every video we shout out the Noti Gang. If you put hashtag Noti Gang in the comments down below, we'll take a big old screenshot of you and we'll put you guys up there on the next video that we have. So make sure if you have not done so already, show some love, man. Let me know if y'all are here and you're enjoying this kind of content. But on top of that, if you got any other rebuild ideas or any other kind of ideas for content we can make, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Shout out to our newest NBA champions, the Denver Nuggets. That's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see y'all on the next video. Y'all take it easy. Peace.